First up, and a Game of Thrones Season 8 spoiler warning. Okay, you've been warned. Some Game of Thrones fans who are less than satisfied with the storytelling of the show's 8th and final season have seen fit to launch an online petition that calls for HBO to remake the entire season, with new writers, of course. From JoeBlow.com, over the past several weeks, many of those tuning in for the show's last hurrah have been left feeling confounded by some of the bold narrative choices executed by Game of Thrones showrunners and writers David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Among the many complaints about Game of Thrones' 8th season, a section of fans are claiming that the final installment of the Swords and Sorcery drama feels rushed, as Benioff and Weiss attempt to put a big red bow on a myriad of lingering storylines established by the show's 8-year history. Another angle that's left fans feeling divided is the seemingly out-of-character actions of one Daenerys Stormborn, who in a mad act of vengeance razed King's Landing to the ground, reducing its people and property to little less than ashes in the wind. Petition or no, the final episode of Game of Thrones will air this Sunday evening on HBO. Next up, fans of the CBS drama Madam Secretary have some bittersweet news, as it is being reported that the show has won a 6th season, however it will be its last. From USA Today, the drama series, which won USA Today's 22nd annual Save Our Shows poll, has been picked up for a final 10-episode season and will return to its Sundays at 10 p.m. time slot. The drama, which stars Téa Leoni as a college professor recruited to become Secretary of State and soon potentially president, was never an awards magnet, but became a prestige play for CBS, much like The Good Wife, and won a loyal fan base. Madam joins a list of shows making planned exits next season, including ABC's Modern Family, CW's Supernatural, Fox's Empire, NBC's Blind Spot, and CBS's Criminal Minds. Next up, it seems movie theater box offices aren't the only way for a film to earn money. The high-end luxury goods and bling of the Men in Black agents, including their cars, watches, sunglasses, and suits, are part of the prolific estimated $75 million promotional push for Sony's reboot of the hit franchise Men in Black International. Sony announced the comprehensive list of MIB global partners today, which include Lexus, Hamilton Watches, Police Eyewear, Paul Smith Suits, and more. Jeffrey Godsick, Sony's Executive Vice President of Brand Strategy and Global Partnerships, said the following: "We've amassed a stellar roster of promotional partner brands with organic ties to the property that helps to both eventize the film and transport consumers to the unique Men in Black universe, and rounded out the campaign with brands that designate Men in Black International as a broad summer event film. Men in Black International is set to hit theaters in style on June 7th. Next up, Flight of the Conchords star Jermaine Clement has been cast in the upcoming Avatar sequels. The franchise's official Twitter account dropped the news this morning, saying that the Flight of the Conchords actor will play Dr. Gavin, a marine biologist stationed on Pandora. From ComingSoon.net, Clement joins an impressive array of actors joining the Avatar franchise, including Kate Winslet, Edie Falco, Michelle Yeoh, and Vin Diesel. Returning cast members include Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Stephen Lang, and Sigourney Weaver. Cameron recently explained that Stephen Lang's Colonel Miles Quaritch is coming back for all 4 sequels and will be the main villain throughout the story. Filming officially started on Avatar 2 and 3 on September 25th, 2017. Next up, yesterday James Bond fans were hit with some pretty bad news as they heard that Daniel Craig had been injured on the set of the next James Bond film and that production had been suspended as a result. From CinemaBlend, it doesn't appear that the injury to Craig is particularly serious, as it's now being reported production is expected to resume within the week. The film first had trouble getting off the ground after original director Danny Boyle left the project. Then, the script, which started over from scratch at that point, went through a number of hands, and according to some reports, may still be having issues. The script problems caused Bond 25 to shift its release date back from February of next year to April. Craig's injury came near the end of Bond 25's time filming in Jamaica. And finally, Bruce Campbell still isn't going to suit back up as Ash Williams, but the Evil Dead franchise is going to continue, in some form or another. From MovieWeb.com, Campbell has played the iconic Deadite Slayer ever since Sam Raimi's original horror classic was released in 1981. However, once the TV series Ash vs. the Evil Dead was canceled after 3 seasons, the actor announced his retirement as Ash. Though he's remained positive about the prospect of more stories to be told in that universe, and now, he's offered some reassurance on that front. During a recent interview, Campbell cleared up some confusion. Recently, the actor posted an illustrated image of himself bloodied up like Ash Williams. Some took that as a sign more Evil Dead was on the way. That's partially true. The image, as it turns out, is from the paperback version of his book, Hail to the Chin, which hit stores in September. In regards to fan expectations, Campbell said the following: "That's fine. Fans are always going to do that. Everyone's a genius, everyone's got opinions, and the internet fans the flames. No, it's all good. They're going to see different versions. They're going to be seeing more Evil Dead too. We're not done with the Evil Dead saga. More stories to tell." I'm still doing video games, I'm doing voices for Ash, I'm just not going to grovel in the blood anymore. So hopefully that clears up some confusion for fans. And that will do it for today's installment of the Movie News Feed.